Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, a game I am super excited for. A show I watched on Netflix and I absolutely loved. Characters are hilariously awesome, and I'm just really excited to experience this, and I hope to be like a part of the channel, you know? Like, I feel like we need a breath of a new game for this channel, and I'm really excited for this to be it, hopefully. Anyways, to get this game started, we're going to be doing this tutorial on BlueStacks 4. I'm going to try to make it as simple and as walkthrough-y as possible, so you don't run into all the problems everybody always seems to run into. And if you want to download it, in the link description down there below, it's an affiliate link, so I do get stuff back from it, just a heads up, but it's absolutely worth it. BlueStacks 4 is awesome. I love it. As for who specifically to roll for, since that's going to get asked a literal butt ton, I'm going to be honest here, I don't know, but there are tier lists out there. There are tier lists out here. There's a couple, you can just find them pretty easily. I can link them also in the description below down there. And there's also a re-rolling guide over here with some thoughts on what to do. This one posted by Sekapoko on the subreddit. So me personally, what I'm going to be rolling for are a couple people. I don't know how good they are, but I would love to see Merlin. I would love to see Jericho. I would love to say Gia. I'm not sure if there is an SSR Gia right off the bat. I would love to see Elizabeth. There's a ton I'm really hoping for. But you can look through all the characters, figure out which one you want to get, and I think this game specifically, there's a lot of good units coming out, so I don't think it matters too much what you take right at the start, just as a heads up. So I'm going for waifu as always, and actually husbando in this game. There's quite a few husbandos. So let's get into this step by step. We now have BlueStacks installed, and what we're going to do is find the multi-instance manager. We're going to run it as admin, so right click, run as admin. You should do that for everything. It just helps out so very much. We are going to start off with our new instance here. We're going to go fresh instance. I go down to the minimum amount of cores and memory. This is completely dependent on your PC. And each person is going to be different. Each person will experience different lags and stuff like that as well. If you are getting excessive amounts of lag and you think your PC is good enough, specifically your CPU and your RAM, then you probably need to enable something like virtualization technology, which is absolutely essential. I can't show you it, but you can Google it to figure out how to do it. So we're going to go into BlueStacks here. We're going to go into instance settings. I like to lower things as low as physically possible. You can also go to custom and lower it more if you want, but I just try to go as low as I can. So let's go 680 by, right now it's 1280 by 720. So let's do custom. Let's do 640 by 360 here. I have no idea how that's going to work, but we're going to try it out here. And we scroll down to display. Make sure you have one core, one memory there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to run too many instances at once. If you're just running one like a crazy person, then stack it up to 4 cores and as high settings as you want. But this is specifically for people doing multi-instance, which is just the best way to do it, IMO. Then make sure to name it to something amazing. I don't know, like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. LOL. Make sure you get that name there right. And then we're going to start it up. And it's actually pretty simple from this point on. And the start of this rerolling process is actually a lot longer than most starts. But once you get rolling, it's one of the fastest rerolling processes I have ever done by a lot. Like a lot. So you're gonna have to download the data on each individual instance. So for example, if you want to roll 8 at once, I do 8 at once. If you want to do 8 at once, then you're going to need to have to install it and download it on each individual one. Do not do any sort of cloning. Do not clone. Always fresh instance. You only have to do this part once, but make a fresh instance. So we're going to be repeating this exact process. I do 8 times, and I do it all at once and just like go have a shower or something like that while it does all the updating. So we're going to log into Google Play really quickly. You do have to do this, unfortunately. Some games you can skip this, but not this one. So if you use my download link, you will already have it installed. At this point, you just open it on up and do the updating and tutorial at the same time until you're finished that and everything is a-okay to start going in. Okay, once you've got the game open, really simple. You're just going to follow the instructions, get the download going, update all the Google Play stuff it wants you to do, and do this big old download. This is a big unfortunate part. You have to do this download on all of your instances. So I will be doing this exact same thing, like I said, however many times I want to reroll at once. But once this section is done, it is so fast and so easy. And I'm so happy they gave us a reset account button. Games that don't give me a reset account button can just like, you know, I'm just not having it at this point. So really glad they allowed us to do this. So we're just going to do this big download here. And while we do the download, there is going to be a tutorial of sorts. It kind of goes through some story. I really recommend you read the story. That's the whole point of this game. It's awesome. The VAs are awesome. Unfortunately, there's no English VAs, so we don't get to hear Erica Mendez. I'm so sad about that. But you can just go through all the tutorials here. You only have to do this the first time. And once you have this downloaded, it just kind of auto plays through this part for you. So we'll meet you once this part is done and we're getting ready to pull. Once you're done all the downloads and other shenanigans here, all you got to do once you have all your instances open is click the little hamburger button at the top called menu, click sync operations, click select all and sync selected. And what this will do is mirror any sort of clicks you make on whatever instance you just did that on into every other instance to allow you to kind of manage them all at once. It may or may not be allowed in some games, so keep that in mind. And I only ever do this for re-rolling before I start my account. Absolutely never anytime after that. Just as a super heads up here as we go into this. So I'm going to take all of these to my first summons. We'll show you that. Then we'll take you to the second summon where we actually have to make a decision. And then we'll show you how to rinse and repeat from this point on. So after we give Elizabeth our new shiny tavern outfit that is a little too revealing, we get to do our first 10 pull. This is a guaranteed SSR. I'm not sure if you can get more than one. I haven't personally got more than one yet, but I've had people tell me you can. I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know. And this is always the most fun. Watching the magic happen and just crossing your fingers. And honestly, like, I don't even know what I'm hoping for at this point. I'm just hoping for somebody fun. I really desperately wanted Deanne until I realized there's no English voiceovers. So now I'm undecided on who I want. So we're just going to let these animations go and see what we get. I haven't figured out the differences between the animations yet, to be entirely honest. But so far, they all look the same, with one of them having a little bit of trouble. So all the colors are the same. Maybe like one will go like a different purple or something. That's usually what happens. So there's 2 rainbow pulls. There's 3 rainbow pulls. There's 4 rainbow pulls. And the final one here. Lagging behind. That one's only yellow. I don't know what the difference is. Do not know what the difference is. But let's see what we get. So rainbow there, rainbow there. These ones lagging behind here. It does not run so smooth when I'm, ooh, nice, Elizabeth. Doesn't run so smooth when I'm recording. So it looks we got, like we got a bunch with a single SSR. That's okay, we've always got one more 10 pull after this. So let's click through, see what we get. Just in case you wanted to see some of the characters. Holy Knight Marmus with a barrel, looking good. We have Dreyfus. This guy looks exactly like I look IRL. We got, ooh, Gia. So Gia is my favorite character in the anime. I love her to absolute death and back. And I need her on my main account. I don't know if there's an SSR version of her yet. But I definitely need her on my main account when it's... when I'm settled in. Weird Fangs, Holy Knight of Ruin. Bunch more SRs. Jericho is fantastic looking too. There's not a ton of waifus in this game, so keep that in mind going forward. But the waifus they have are awesome, and the husbandos are also absolutely awesome. We should be hitting some of the SSRs soon, so we can at least see what they are. Trying to click through all the commons. Ah, here's one on this screen. Okay, so we got a Meliodas. I'm not sure which one. There's a couple SSR Meliodases. Captain Meliodas. Ah, we got a king. I love kings so much. King of the Fairy King, or King the Fairy King. He's a forest guardian. He's awesome in the show. Ooh, Grouther. Or Gowther, Gother, I forgot how to say all these names. I promise I've seen the show. Don't judge me. I love that one as well. And let's see what this one picked us up. Another Kingarino. Okay, so every one of them just got one SSR. So after this part, it's actually very, very easy to get to the next step of the reroll process. You don't even have to do another battle, actually. It's just a bunch of clicking through, and then you can leave once you hit the next battle. So just straight up forfeit the next battle and go straight into pulling. You don't even have to accept anything at all. You don't have to go through your mail or anything, so we'll be right there in a second. Okay, and our last batch of summons, again, these are 3% SSR rates, so each little individual summon thing you get is a 7% chance of an SSR, so we can always get lucky. I plan to not stop until I get an account with 3 SSRs, with at least 2 of them that I'm specifically wanting to use, but I don't recommend that unless you're crazy or have a lot of time on your hands like me. You know, it's not necessary for this game, and from what I understand, you will collect most of these units in the future as you just play regularly if you're active, so don't stress out about it too much. But that's what I'm aiming for personally, since I know I always get asked like how far I plan to go. So let's see if we get anything from these. We had no rainbow colors specifically, so not looking good off the bat. None on the right, none on the middle, one on the second, and none on the others. So in all of that, we only got a single SSR, which is kind of scary. Who did we get? We got Ironwall Knight, Guardian Grimoire. I have a feeling this is not a husbando I'm going to keep. I don't know why, but I feel like it's not something I'm going to keep. So we're gonna delete this account and start again, and this part is really easy. This is where after you do this the first time, you kind of like just smile, because from this point on it is so much easier. And your runs to get up to this point where you get your 2 tenfolds probably takes 10 to 12 minutes, maybe 10 to 15, depending on your PC and other things. And there's no extra downloading at this point, which is just the best, like the absolute best, not having a download. Thank you so much for not making us do that. Just hit menu in the bottom right here. You're watching this one right here. We hit player info, we hit reset data, we hit OK, and voila! At this point, everybody starts right off at the start again. You don't have to reopen your games. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to re-download. You don't have to re-update. Nothing at all has to be done. Just play through the game again. The tutorial is really, really quick, and then there's like 3 battles and you can start it again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was hopefully hopeful for those people trying to figure out emulators a little bit and trying to get their head into like the mass rerolling thing that a lot of other people do. If you're just rerolling on the phone, you can do the exact same thing I did, just with a phone, without all the other shenanigans that you may or may not be able to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more 7DS content, let me know in the comments below, and just let me know. I'd love to hear. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will talk to you folks later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.